Let's start the podcast right now. We got TF, real player in the game,
Daleon,
full-time rapper, part-time podcaster.
I don't want to say part-time. We in the mix. Apollo, stand up. You feel me?
I just want to say, man, thank you for taking the time to come chop it up. You're here. We just did the day in the life video, which is doing well.
Hell yeah.
You got the album releasing on Friday, which is probably today. Yeah. When we post this video.
Friday the 13th, feeling the power. Go tap in right now.
So I hit you up and was like, man, let's get the press run going. Let's come through for an interview because I think it's long overdue.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. You feel me? That was dope. Thank you.
Nah, thank you, bro. And you know, getting ready for this pod, I was watching some of your old interviews.
Yeah.
And one that stood out, obviously, is the one you did with T-Rell and AD.
Yeah.
On No Jumper. And it was kind of interesting because that was T-Rell's first interview that he did on that platform, and he did it with you.
Yeah. Shout out my boy T-Rell. So at the time, you didn't know we even really knew each other like that.
I mean, I really, like, because I'm coming from Sacramento, I didn't really have any idea on, like, the whole LA rap landscape at all. Yeah. But I remember when you came in because I feel like we kind of connected, where it's like, oh, like every time you would come in, we'd say what's up, we'd chop it up. Like, not a lot of people would do that, or I would do that with that came in the office, but I was just like, man, I don't know, something about this dude's energy feels a little different.
Yeah, no, I always say what's up to the people behind the scenes, because them the motherfuckers who turned into the motherfuckers. You feel me? Like, I always tell people this, like, when I was on the road, like, I spoke to all the runners. You feel me? Like, and everybody else just called them runners, but I made it a point to know these people's names and shit like that. You feel me? So now, you know, when I run into them, you know, I might not remember them, but they remember me because of, you know, like, oh shit, you the only motherfucker that ever asked me my name.
Yeah, exactly.
It was years since I've been working here, so that shit go a long way.
Have you always been that type of person?
Yeah. It really hit for me one time. I was dealing with some shit. This was like probably like 2018. Like, I had like, it was ugly, but I was just dealing with some shit, you know, personally. And I went to the grocery store and I seen this lady, and she looked like she was dealing with something. And I asked her, like, you know, like, I just asked her how her day was, like, how you been, how you doing, how you feeling? And she was like, I've been here. She's like, I pulled a double yesterday and I'm on another double today. And she was like, and you the first person to ask me that. And she was like, you just made my day. And I was like, damn. Like, you know, you never know what somebody going through, and like, just the smallest shit of shift that person's rest of the day or rest of the life.
And sometimes too, where I feel like we're kind of consumed by our own world, where we don't really think about, like, damn, everyone's kind of going through it, or everyone's got their own shit to deal with, you know?
Yeah, everybody got some shit they going through.
So you got her number, and then what happened after that?
So then we went to Pound Town.
Daleon.
But nah, shit. So after I seen her whole face just change and shit like that, and I'm like, damn, you know, just the impact of the smallest shits. And I just kept doing that. I mean, I always been like that, because that's how I was kind of raised. I always speak to people, always say what's up, say what's happening. Like, even if they don't say nothing back. You feel me?
Yeah, I think that goes a long way. Especially when I feel like LA is known for fakeness, or just like people having ulterior motives and stuff. So it was kind of refreshing that it's like, all right, this dude, like, he didn't even ask for shit. He's just chopping it up just to see how I'm doing.
Nah, for sure. I do that a lot. I hit everybody, like, what's happening?
Yeah, because I think I was watching the Apollo or something like that, and I think MacWop or someone was saying that, like, TF is just connected. He's tapped in with everyone all around, and he'll tap back in with you when he's back in there. And
well,
you know,
yeah, nah, that's how that's how I keep that's how I like to, like, build relationships. You feel me? Like, cause like if you can go through your phone and you can see how many numbers and contacts, like, that's super valuable that you don't use. Like I use them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It's still a lot that I don't hit and tap in with, but it's just like maybe I really didn't even really connect like that.
Yeah.
You feel me? For me to even reach back out. But or maybe it won't be the time for that shit. You feel me? I might see you a year from now and be like, oh yo, let's tap in.
Yeah, because a lot of people too, sometimes I feel like that you go through this dance where it's like, oh yeah, tap in, get my line, connect, let's do this, let's run this play, and then it just never happens, and then you're just following them on Instagram for years.
Why it don't happen though?
I'm gonna put it on them. It's because they don't, take the necessary steps. But obviously, sometimes too, like for this example, I lack on following up, or you just get busy.
Follow up, even if it's just what's happening, what you got going, like what's up.
Yeah, just like a little check-in.
Yeah.
You feel like that's kind of helped you get to where you're at right now? Like the ability to network?
Yeah, hell yeah. I feel like everybody I run into and have like a genuine, like I fuck with genuinely, I still fuck with, still to this day, like from fucking since I came home, or since motherfuckers I met in the pen, I still fuck with heavy.
So how did you initially meet T-Rell?
We grew up together.
So you grew up with him?
Yeah.
What was that like?
I didn't really grow up with him because he was older. He older, so like I always seen him. He always, was in the mix on some fly shit type shit. I was in the streets a little more heavy. You feel me? So I fucked with his brother. Me and Big Deal had like a better relationship back then, growing up. but he was younger than me. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it wasn't nothing like, he wasn't like my everyday nigga like that, but.
Because could you say like your community is really tight knit? Like.
Yeah, hell yeah. We like everybody family where we at.
Yeah.
You feel me? Everybody family. So it's like when new motherfuckers come through, niggas is like, who is you? Like who is your, like even if you come around, niggas will be like, all right, like. Who are you? Then nigga be like, oh, I'm Wooty Wop. So like, okay, well, how you get over here? Who brung you over here? Cause you're not related to this nigga, or her, or none of them. So like, where you come from? You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever have to go through that?
Nah, cause we already knew who everybody, and everybody, that's what it was.
No, that's tight. So T-Rell reached out to you to do the interview?
Yeah, he told me, it was like, I'm finna do my own thing, but it's gonna still be like under the whole umbrella up there. And shit, yeah, it was like, I want you to be my first interview.
Yeah, no, I was listening to that one and I was just like, damn, this shit, you got some pretty crazy stories.
Oh, yeah.
You've been through a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like it's crazy because some of the shit sound like super, super, super overboard. Like super exaggerated, but it's not.
Like the stories in that interview, or just some of your stories? Because TF is known to have some wild ass stories as well.
That's what I'm saying. They just sound overboard, but them shits be true stories. You feel me? I'm like the most interesting man.
All right, well, let's kind of rewind and start it in the beginning. You were initially born in Sacramento.
Sacramento.
See, that's why I fucked with you. I knew there was something different about you. I was like, nah, this dude is cut from a different cloth. Although I know you don't claim Sacramento, which is I like that's. We could claim you. I mean, I'm down for that. I don't know how the LA people will treat it, but
I'm in Sac a lot. You feel me? I'm in Sac a lot for sure. I fuck with Sac heavy. I've been going out there like every summer since I was a kid.
Yeah. So I heard that you own part of the casino out there, or what's up with that?
I don't own part of a casino, but I am part of a tribe and they own the casino. So
what's it called? Sky River?
Sky River.
Yeah, see, that's kind of my area. That's my
Elk Grove.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sky River Casino, man. Go tap in if you ever up north, man. You feel me? Go run that chili up.
Bro, what's crazy is like that, like growing up, that was always a rumor. It was supposed to be a mall. Out there, they were supposed to build a mall.
Supposed to be an outlet.
Yeah, exactly. And then it was just like stopped, maybe in the recession or whatever, and then I come back and it's a casino.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what are the chances that you're like, it's just a small world.
It's a small world, but it really ain't. That's what's crazy about it.
Really?
Feel me? Like if you like think about like the grand scheme of the world, it's big as fuck.
Well, now I think with the advancement of technology and, you know, social media and stuff, we live in like a global village. So it's not like I can't connect with anyone, or I can't connect with someone across the world. You know,
It's easier. It's definitely easier.
The concept of the world seems so big when we didn't have technology to connect. You know what I'm saying?
But okay, let's just say this, right? If your imagination is like kind of like
Expanded?
yeah, like you could read a book and see that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So now that the books is not involved no more, like I'm pretty sure some people still do read books, but you could get like a whole, like, let's just say you read a book about Italy, you could see that. You feel me? So I think social media kind of fucked up like creativity and imagination.
Really?
Personally.
That's an interesting take. I think it definitely plays a role, and it has an effect.
I mean,
it's kind of like glass half full type, half empty type shit.
I don't want to say it's ruined creativity, because you could still make some dope shit creatively, but I feel like to like just people, everything is like, if you don't see it, it didn't happen type shit.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, don't see it in terms of people don't, like, the views aren't there, the analytics aren't there.
No, not nothing analytical. Like, if you never seen this picture of these people posting in France, you would never see it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna go read a book.
But that's the thing with social media. It's like, it's
or unless
so
unless you go there. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just go take a trip and go see that shit, but that's
yeah,
a whole
like
different thing.
Because I mean, one part I like social media, or just, you know, social networking, because
it's needed.
It's
sure.
needed, but also too, I feel like it can enhance creativity, because I feel like you have to kind of be exposed to things to have that spark hit. You know, like you got to see that picture of France to be like, damn, like that's inspiring me.
Nah, for sure.
And it's just way easier to be inspired now, or to find inspiration as a creative, than it was to like try to find a book or, you know, read some shit.
But that's as a creative though.
Yeah.
You feel me? If you lack, that's what I'm saying, if you lack creativity and your imagination is dry, then you ain't gonna, without social media, would you still have that?
Do you feel like you've always been a creative person?
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's why all my stories seem exaggerated, because like I'm willing to try everything to a sense.
Yeah, because I'm always curious on the concept of if creativity is teachable.
Can you explain color to the blind?
I think so, yeah.
Explain.
You could explain it, but I don't know if they can comprehend it.
Because they never seen it, right?
Yeah, but you could explain it for sure.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's kind of deep. Like, explain this to somebody that's never seen red.
Exactly. Or something's like kind of abstract, like creativity, where it's like you could put your shoes on a certain way, and I could be like, damn, that's creative.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
I could paint a picture, and that's creative too.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like different levels of creativity, I would think.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
All right, but let's go back to Sacramento. How long did you stay in Sacramento before coming down to LA?
I think I came down maybe 3.
But very young.
Yeah. I already had family out here, so it was kind of like
Easy call.
Yeah.
So you moved from Sacramento. You don't really remember it if you're moving at 3, so you pretty much.
But I kind of do remember all the spots I've moved to. You know, so I bounced around a little bit out here.
And the fam still stayed in Sac?
Yeah, on my dad's side. Some of my mom's side too. They out there, like her closest cousins and shit like that. And then yeah, my pop's side out there. So
Did you grow up with both your parents in your life?
My pops was in and out of jail. In and out of jail. But I was at my grandma's house every summer. My pop's mom. She passed during COVID.
Damn.
So, like, that was tough. But yeah, I was out there every summer with her.
Did you ever miss like Sacramento?
Nah, cause I didn't grow up there. It's different, like when you grow up, you meeting people, and now you got friends up and down the street and shit like that. You know, if that was the case, then it'd be like damn.
Yeah, the foundation was laid out here.
Yeah.
All right,
so I was really like from here going there. Felt like that's why I'll never really say like, oh, I'm from Sac, because I didn't never really get to. There's no roots over there other than family being there.
Yeah, I feel like once you're like, I went to elementary school, middle school, and high school in a place, that's kind of where you kind of like,
yeah, for sure.
That's like my territory type thing.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
So what was it like for you in school as a kid coming up in LA?
That shit was dope. You feel me? That shit was dope. Cause like I was going to school in the 90s. You feel me? So starter jackets. You feel me? Like
no cell phones.
Pagers, beepers, all that shit. You feel me? Like, seeing little niggas driving cars with rims. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that shit was dope. Seeing that shit, and I kind of had like some insight on that shit, cause my uncles had shit going. Like my first, all right, I got a story for you. So, I was a little nigga. I was probably like 6 or 7, right? And my little brother's dad, me and my little brother got different dads, So, where he from, he's super, super, super tapped in, But where we was living at the time, they was going at it with the essays. But I don't know if, I think it was essays. So, some shit happened. They come through, shoot the house up.
Damn.
So while they shooting the house up, my fucking grandma sends me upstairs to go get the shit. She like, go get this and the bullets and go grab it and bring it back downstairs while they shooting.
What the fuck?
So I'm like, fuck. So I don't second guess nothing. I know where everything is. I run upstairs. I'm ducking and dodging all the shit, grab all the shit, come back downstairs, and then watch them get cracking. So I was always like, childhood was way different for me. For my first time getting shot at, I was 13.
You had to grow up quick?
Yeah. My first time getting shot, I was 13.
Holy shit.
I mean, and then, no. The first time was,
seems like when you were in that house.
Was that, but it wasn't like, they weren't like
coming for
me. Like the 13 shit, when I was 13, they pulled up and was like, oh, there you go right there type shit.
So it's been
everything scandalous from day one.
For a while now.
From the gate.
Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, I just think that's kind of crazy that you said your grandmother told you to go up and grab it?
Yeah.
And you're 7 years old?
Well, yeah, I guess she figured like, oh, you the smallest. Like everybody else is grown, so it's a higher probability of one of us getting shot than you. So go get that shit.
Were you capable of understanding what's going on?
Yeah, shit. One of these niggas finna save my life, shit. Or they might keep shooting. Or it's no telling. If you don't hear no return fire, you can sit there and do whatever you want.
Holy shit! So you were kind of born into this shit.
I guess I wouldn't say that, but yeah. Yeah, my pops, his whole side of the family, they heavy out there. So
like,
yeah.
Let me ask you this: like, could you grow up where you're from and not get involved in the streets? Like, is that
growing up, like all the younger people that came up like under me, I never let them get involved in this shit. Like they used to always come to the block. I used to take their weed, send niggas to school. Like, bro, take your ass to school, nigga. Like, we trying to be from, like, nah, y'all can't be from here. Y'all can't smoke weed. I used to find them in the alleys trying to smoke and shit like that. Take all their weed, stomp their weed out, kick them in their ass and send them home. You feel me? But when I went to jail, all them same little niggas, when I came home,
they were trying to put
no, now they from the shit. You feel me? And I talk to niggas still to this day, like, and they be like, bro, I wish I would have listened to you, nigga. Like, cause when you was gone, when you left, everybody was like, oh, y'all want to be from the set now? Like, come on. You feel me? So,
damn.
I wouldn't wish this shit for nobody, cause it's nothing in it, unless you make something out of it. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, ain't shit in this shit.
So
well, in the streets, I should say.
Yeah, like, so were you focused on school and, you know, trying to make it better, or were you just like, I'm already in this shit, I'm gonna just try to look out for the little homies just because this shit comes with a lot?
At that point, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was just running around, just fast money, fast bitches. Shit, it was lit. You feel me? Like, that's what it was. I didn't have like no vision, like, oh, I'm gonna start this up, I'm gonna do this. Like, I didn't have no ambitions to be anything other than running the streets.
Yeah, because in that interview you did with T-Rell and AD, you mentioned, T-Rell brought it up, but you were like robbing banks allegedly. At 15 years old.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. This was after, you know, like after all that. You feel me? Because yeah, that's a whole nother, like, you know, that kind of shaped me to where it's like, you know, like, for the niggas coming up under me, like, bro, don't get in this unless you really ready for that.
What was that, like a common thing, like bank heists and shit? Because just off the stories you've already told this podcast, it's like the beginning of the movie starts out, TF is 67 years old, boom, we start the movie, shootout, grandma telling you to go get the shit, you know, and then it just...
Yeah, she actually bought me my first gun.
No shit.
Yeah. Cause so this is right around the same time when I was 13. She like, cause obviously she heard the shots. It was like right down the street. I come running back to the house and I'm just like, damn, like, you know, as a kid, you like, damn, like, it could have been over with. It's like, how do you you know, go back to, you know, like, there's no childhood after that.
It's like, it's traumatizing. That's actually
so,
like,
it's either I gotta stay in the house or
I'm bringing shit with me.
Boom. And she went, got me some shit, and shit, that shit was a fucking long ass shotgun, 12 gauge, like 300 from like Big 5 or some shit like that. You feel me? That shit had all the slugs, buckshots, all the shit. She put that shit in her name and gave me that motherfucker.
Holy shit.
I mean, I wasn't walking around with that shit, but just that right there was like, all right, for sure.
Yeah, because it's like, it's kind of crazy, because you would think the concept of your grandma buying you a gun is, at that young of an age, could be, you know, like a touchy subject.
Nah, for sure. But
but her reasoning in doing that was for your protection, not for you.
It wasn't for me to go crazy.
Yeah, not for you to go run some, like, to slide on the ops type shit.
But yeah, like I was saying, like I couldn't walk around with that motherfucker anyway. But that was for the house. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, so at that point, I just had to let moms know, had to let G-moms know, like, shit, like, this is what I'm out here doing. This is what it is. You know, and then once they was aware of what was going on, like, then I was like, okay, well, that kind of shifted everything, because now it's like, okay, I don't gotta hide shit. And you know, as a kid, when you trying to hide everything, it make you out. You know, you kind of away from everybody. You trying to hide everything. So now I don't gotta hide shit. So now I'm I don't have to be gone. You feel me? So that kind of gave everybody like a safe house. Like that shit was damn near like a community rec center.
Damn.
And like 15, 20 motherfuckers there.
At grandma's house?
Yeah.
And was mom mad at grandma for doing this?
Nah, cause like I said, shit, she was there when they sent me upstairs to get the other shit. So it's like you know, it's like, all right, we can either push him out further to the streets, or we can kind of show him what's happening.
So, like, was that was your first encounter with getting shot at? 7 years old?
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, what? Yeah, I didn't get shot at like on some shit I was doing. It was just like the shit that they had going on.
I mean, technically, you got shot at, you know, regardless if it was for you or not. But just having to deal with that at such a young age is kind of mind blowing, bro. Like that's pretty crazy.
I always remember that shit, but it's like it never, like I wasn't never like traumatized to where it's like, damn, is the house gonna get shot up? Until I got into what I was doing. But you know, by them already knowing what's up from, you know, my uncles and my dad pops, just like, oh, okay, we see what's going on, so we just gonna make sure we prepared here, just in case, whatever it is.
Yeah, because I'm not too sure if it was that T-Rell interview, but it was one interview, and one of the top comments was like, wow, like this dude growing up in the 50s and is being still alive is like a crazy thing. Like,
nah, for sure. One of my, like, it got to a point where one of my goals in life was to see 18.
That was a goal.
Yeah.
So you experienced death early as a kid?
Nah, for sure. Yeah, hell yeah.
Did you have siblings growing up?
My little brother. It was just me and him. You know, I tried to, you know, with him being there and, you know, us growing up together, like I kept him, like he could never come outside until I went to jail.
And that kind of...
Then he was the nigga. Because obviously because like I said, this turned into like, okay, this where we safe at. We good here. We don't gotta hide shit. We could be here. We chilling. You know what I'm saying? So he was there with us. So everybody already know. Like this was our thing. Like every weekend we'll box. So he like 7 years younger than me. So when we like 15, like, you know, we 13, 14, 15, he's 7 years younger than us. But he still had the box. You feel me? So by the time he was 15, 16, you know, it was like...
he's ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was one of my questions too. How long have you always been a fighter?
Yeah, I tried to go into UFC. I tried to do that shit when I was like in the 9th grade, 10th grade. But mom was like, yeah, nah. Like that shit is brutal. At the time they was doing bare knuckles. They didn't have gloves.
Like that was the beginning of the UFC.
Yeah, they didn't have rules and shit like that. You feel me? Like motherfuckers was fighting. Like if you was a heavyweight, you was a heavyweight. Like, I mean, it wasn't no weight classes. Like if you was a heavyweight and this nigga was fucking 200 pounds, like, and it's still a fight. You feel me?
Yeah, that shit's...
she was like, yeah, nah, I ain't gonna let you do that shit.
That shit's wild as fuck. Because I heard TF got some crazy hands.
Yeah, you see the scars on these motherfuckers.
You've only took what? The loss against the or not even maybe a loss, but the karate dude with the
that's an L for sure. That's an L.
And that was inside the karate class, right? Type shit.
Yeah.
That was a funny story.
That was actually kind of tight. Only because it was like I wasn't expecting that, and you know, you always see like bigger dudes, and you like, fuck that dude up. He probably slow as fuck, and that nigga was like, that shit was tight.
All right, so you're growing up in this wild ass environment, young kid, dealing with all the shit. How, I'm always curious, like, how is it going to a school while being an active member?
It's crazy that you say that, because I went to fucking Crenshaw, which is all the other side.
Yeah, that's why I'm curious on, like, how do you Like, how does that? Like, what are the politics in high school type shit?
At the time, there was no social media, so I was cool. Unless you've seen me over there, then it's like, nigga, like I seen you over here. But that eventually did happen. Like years, like maybe, let me see, like my junior year.
So there, you do have those circumstances where there's like enemies going to the same high school, or vice versa?
I was the enemy. That was their school. Like I was just, sliding through the cracks for like 2 years, 3 years. But then it got to the point where, motherfuckers was starting to recognize me, like, man, I know you from somewhere. I'm like, bro, we go to the same school. They like, nah, like I know you from somewhere. So I go to school here, and then I go back to where I'm at, and niggas from the school see me. They'll be on the bus, so they'll be catching the bus, and they'll see me over here at the bus stops. Like, nigga, what's up? Nigga, like, doing all the shit. So they'll see me back at school, like, bro, I seen you. I'm like, nah, that ain't me. Until it got to the point where I couldn't deny that shit no more, and then some shit happened, and then I couldn't go there no more.
Yeah, why were you even going there in the first place?
I was playing football.
Wow. Okay.
And that was like, Crenshaw is like super, super, super known for their football program. They got super, I don't know if they still dope, but at the time they was super dope. So I played football there. I was dope.
So you're in the streets, but you're also playing football too in the enemy's area, going to school for a better opportunity, or
to be honest, I didn't even want to play football. I was just good. I didn't want to play football. I didn't go to no practices. But when I can't, like, I didn't go to no Hell Weeks, none of that shit.
You had dudes on your team like kind of resent you for that, or what?
Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna say I didn't go to no practices like that. Like, obviously I had to go to practice, but as like the further I got in the streets,
the lesson, the priority of football went away.
So 1 year I was just at the pool every day.
The school pool?
Nah, at the Coliseum.
Oh, okay.
I was at the pool, and I know how to tumble, so I was doing that shit, diving there, and they tried to get me on the fucking swim team, the diving team.
Tumbled,
flip.
Really?
Yeah.
And where
I learned that?
Yeah, like
shit, right on the concrete.
Doing flips on the mattress type shit?
Me and my boy Gabe used to
Punch, right?
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Practice flipping. He'd run down. But he was in gymnastics.
And he was a BMXer, right?
Yeah, he was sick. TIP to my nigga Punch. So, like, he was super, super, super sick. So he'd come do some shit. And I'm like, damn, I couldn't let that nigga be better than me. So I do the same shit. And then he'll just come with some off the wall shit. I'm like, bruh. So then I try to do that same off the wall shit. But he, like, obviously he was being trained to know how to do this shit, and I was just doing this shit fucking with him. So then we'll go from there, like, fuck it, let's go to the pool. Then we go to the pool, and now we flipping off the diving boards.
Man, why did TF ever get into skateboarding? Because
I did.
Really?
Yeah. I landed my first 3 flip off an 8-step.
Gunshots for that, man. Yeah. I think it's the top right or left.
Nah, for sure.
No, because I mean, I would think that, like, I asked that because the diving board incident, it's you one up your homie, or you're trying to challenge yourself. That's like skateboarding. That's like the roots of it, where you're skating with your homies. It's like, nah, I'll kickflip this 4-stair, even though you just kickflip this 3-stair. I'm gonna one up you. Yeah. So the fact that you guys were doing that at the pool, doing flips and shit, it's very, very interesting.
I just found some old footage, like, the like video recorders, the little cassette tapes you put inside of the VHS things, and I got a fight on there with me and Punch, like boxing. It's crazy. I gotta find one of those things to put it in to like play it. I'm trying to like get it digitized and shit like that. So
Is it a VHS?
Yeah.
I was like, we could do that for you. We got the tools.
Yeah.
Damn. So you.
But yeah, so I would miss like all Hell Week because I was at the pool doing that shit. So then I pop up like probably like 2 weeks before game day. Like, yo, what's up? I'm ready to play. And they like, bro, you ain't been doing no conditioning. You ain't been doing no nothing. But you got to think, like, water, if you in the water, like, that's a solid
It's a full
workout.
body workout.
That's a solid workout. So, but I'm not telling these people I'm at the pool practicing for the Olympics. You feel me? Like, I'm on fucking with a swim team and they showing me how to do pikes and shit like that. Like, I'm not telling them that shit. So, that put me on the fucking second and third string defense, you know, running against first string offense. And I'm like,
Fuck this shit.
Nah, I wasn't tripping.
Really?
And they, you know, they sending they fucking first string receivers across the middle and I'm coming through smacking shit. And they like, come on, man, what are you doing? I'm like, bro, put me back where I need to be there. So, but yeah, it was dope. It was dope. That's actually where I met SB.
Really?
Playing football.
At Crenshaw.
Yep, at Crenshaw. I
And
think we played Pop Warner 2 together. We played Pop Warner together up under Coach Bob.
So you're going to Crenshaw.
Shout out my nigga SB.
Yeah, shout out to
Daleon.
SB.
Yeah.
So you're going to Crenshaw. You're playing football. You're also in the streets, and then you start. You said a riot popped off or whatever, or you helped initiate some sort of fight.
That's way before football.
Okay, so that wasn't the reason for you leaving Crenshaw.
Nah, that's junior high.
Okay,
that's junior high.
Okay, I thought you left Crenshaw because of that, like you got kicked out type shit.
Nah, I left Crenshaw because they found out who I was.
What grade were you in?
This was after I got out. No, it's not. This is right before the banquet. So this was probably 2001.
So
it's probably 10th grade.
So 10th grade.
Because I didn't get to play football my senior year. Because of that.
Because you left. Type
yeah,
shit.
I had to leave, and
but then, also you did time. You were doing time.
This was after. That was, yeah. And then I ended up going to Washington, which is another out of bounds high school. They came up there. I was only there for like 2 days, and it was like, because I was a little closer than Crenshaw. It's further, but it's just on the main street. So like, Washington is on Normandy, and where I'm from is on Normandy. So it's just like a straight shot. It's like, oh nah, you the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like Crenshaw is like, man, I think I seen you from somewhere. But over here, it's like, nah, I know that's you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as soon as I got there, they like, oh, nah, what's the name? Go to school here. It was like mad niggas pulled up looking for me and all that shit. I was only there for a day. I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. Yeah. So then I ended up getting homeschooled. So then while I'm homeschooled, now that same spot where everybody could go, now everybody could ditch. Now this, like,
it's like the headquarters. Yeah. And you're there. Yeah. Did you get your diploma?
I did.
Okay.
I graduated.
Okay, sweet. So, like, growing up and going to school, like, did you have to like carry heat with you going to school?
Hell yeah.
So that's like a normal occurrence?
I mean, that was normal after that first day. Well, that time I was 13. It was
first day of school. I got it on me.
Not really, because I wasn't looking for that. You feel me? I tell people this all the time, like, bro, if you gonna have it on you, then that's what you looking for. Because now you're gonna be kind of itchy to use this motherfucker. So if you not really like that, or if you really don't plan on, going down that road, like, don't even fuck with those.
Yeah, I just think like the normal kid doesn't have enemies at their high school like that. Like to have to go into school and be like, damn, like.
Nah, but you gotta think at the era around the time, like the late 90s, early 2000s. That's when like that shit was
At
For
peak?
real.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Did you have like metal detectors going in school?
Nah,
and shit like
some spots did, but nah.
Okay,
It wasn't that crazy. Like, not over here. Not on the West, I don't think. But some schools did have metal detectors and shit. I think some of them do now. I don't know.
So you got caught up robbing a bank at 15 years old.
Oh, yeah.
And what's it like in the car before you're going to it? Like, how are you feeling?
I was tough. I was like,
I could imagine it's kind of your heart. I'd be spooked. You know what I'm saying? But
nah, I was hell yeah, I was scared.
Some adrenaline going through.
But you got to think, like, at that point, like, I didn't already seen so much and been through so much. It's just like all I'm doing is going to get some money. You feel me? Like, I've been doing all type of shit up until this point, so it's like I'm not scared of.
And it's like a car full of dudes type shit. You guys are all rocking together.
It's 4 of us and a driver.
And it was like a real bank, like a Bank of America type shit.
It was a real bank.
And you go in, mask on, like a real movie type shit.
Yeah.
And then did you get caught red-handed or after the fact?
High speed chase, all the shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Made it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm the reason for plexiglass.
No shit.
They didn't have none of that shit. We just ran in there, jumped over the counter.
I could just imagine during that time how easy it was to kind
of
of
just ran it, just
get away with that
jump
shit.
Over the shit. No, I went to jail for that shit. So that's why I tell people this all the time. Like, I don't mind speaking on it, like, to a certain extent, but I went to jail for that shit.
Yeah.
So it's not like I did some shit and it's like, oh man, you gonna go to jail? Like, nah, I already went to jail for it. You feel me? Like,
I know it's such a long time ago. The times are different. Crimes are a lot harder to commit now because, you know, you're getting recorded and shit. And you shouldn't commit crimes, but I'm just...
Nah, for sure.
I'm just saying.
Stay in school, kids.
I just think that, I mean, and you're a kid. You don't even... I feel like your brain's not even fully developed at that time. Like...
Nah, my shit was different, though. Like, everything was different.
Did that change your mentality?
Going to jail? Hell yeah. Because I went to I went to the county jail. I got tried as an adult. So I did go to juvie. I went through the whole juvie phase. So, but I got tried as an adult. So I went to the fucking county at 16. I was in there with
grown men type shit, right?
But yeah, we was in a juvenile module.
Okay.
But still, like, we was on like 23-hour lockdown. So we only had like an hour to come out. You got 30 minutes to shower, 30 minutes to use the phone.
That should drive you crazy?
Nah.
Because I could just imagine being...
Because I was getting out of jail. It wasn't like I had mad time. I had a hell of a lawyer too, so we got tried as an adult. Took a strike. They sent us to the fucking county jail. But you know, in the county jail, you just get kicked right out. So I was in there like a few months. Fucking locked down every day as a kid.
It would drive me mad. I remember the feeling I would get seeing my friends outside and me having to stay inside. So I could imagine that amplified times 23-hour lockdown. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but by then, you, like I said, you know, you just going through and seeing so much. You know, because I'm fighting every day up until then. You feel me? I'm fighting niggas up, like, you know, going back and forth to court. Like, I almost got hit with like 25. They was like, yeah, we gonna charge this nigga 25 years.
Holy shit.
I'm like, damn. You know, so, you know, 15, being 15, looking at 25 is, you know, getting through that, it's just like, oh, shit. If you can get through that, you can get through anything. That's how I felt at that point. Like what else is there to get through?
So you do the time, you get out, and you're still, what, 17, 16, 17?
16, 17.
And at that time, are you making music?
Nah. I was always nice rapping, but I really wasn't rapping. But that's crazy that you say that, because when I got out of jail, one of the homies, was super dope rapping, and he was rapping while we was in there. So we like, bro, you should just start rapping. So we ended up getting out, and at the time, my uncle was coaching with Snoop at the Snoop Dogg League. So we put the two together. Snoop heard that nigga, went to the studio. That nigga did some shit, and like we had a whole bunch of shit lined up. He like, nigga, like they like nigga, this nigga raw, this nigga dope. So this nigga was staying with me at the time. We had moved. My mom moved me out the city. Went to West Covina. You feel me? We was living out there, so she just got us a spot out there. Me and my little brother, you know, just to keep me out of
yeah, right.
Cause now, so now that's how I graduated out there. Cause now I'm leading up all the way until me getting out of jail. I'm 16, 17, and I come first day, I'm strapped up. Let's do it. What's happening? You feel me? Like,
and that's just a ticket to go back in there type shit after you got some.
And like I said, I never hid nothing, but now I'm just so amplified as who I am around in the community and to the motherfuckers. It's like that's all you heard about was them niggas that did this and that and this and that. Like, so like that shit was like a big deal. Like them niggas hit the bank. Like everybody thought we still had money and all type of shit like that.
And two, I feel like it's kind of confusing because I'm sure you got out and some people championed you for like.
But that's what I'm saying. So like I was coming out like this,
like the man type shit.
Yeah, you know. So first thing I'm like, man, I need to go get strapped up. So she seen that shit and was like, yeah, nah. So shout out to mom, man, for making that move. So she get a nigga out the way, boom. So now with the whole rap shit going, I told the homie like, bro, just come live with me. So he living with me. He come living with me. And then it was one night he like, bro, this shit boring out here. I'm like, bro, it's like, nigga, we chilling. We straight. Like, nigga, we had a house. Like it was an apartment, like a 2-bedroom apartment, but it was just me and little bro. Mm-hmm. Mom's just got that spot for us. And she stayed in LA at the house. But you know, I'm like 16, 17. So we like I was grown. Like I'm fresh out of the county jail. Like I'm good. Like I'm a grown man, you feel me? So obviously I was still a kid though, but so I tell him like, bro, come on. So now he living with us, he good, but he like, bro, this shit is boring. But I got what she was doing. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, nah, cause I wasn't trying to go back to jail. You feel me? I wasn't trying to go back to jail for shit, but so he out there, he living with us. The nigga music dope. You know, so we had another meeting set up, like my uncle set it up to where it's like, all right, Snoop trying to hear this shit. Like, you feel me? He trying to like see what he set up a studio session for him to come make some music. Cause before that he just played him some shit and like he was like, all right, you know, I'm with it.
And at the time it's kind of probably way more difficult to make a song back then than it was now, right?
I don't want to say it's difficult to make a song because you know studios were still cracking, like everything was good to go, but
you would have to go to a studio. It's not like I could order a mic off Amazon and make some shit in my bedroom type shit.
You could put together a solid setup. Fucking Guitar Center, all that shit. You're still able to build you a good setup for sure. But as far as shit gets sent to the house and all that, I don't know how that was. And
so were you just supporting your homie or were you trying to rap with him? Or?
Nah, I wasn't rapping at the time.
You were just like, oh, that's tight, I'm about to go.
Yeah, hell yeah. We figured like, nigga, this finna bust for us.
Yeah.
So like a day, everything set up and he was just like, bro, this shit boring, like this shit boring as fuck out here. Like I'm trying to like, it's over with, man. I'm trying to go back to the land. I'm like, bro, nigga, we gotta lay low.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like we gotta chill. Like it's good. Niggas was able to smoke weed, do whatever the fuck we wanted to do. We had no supervision. I mean, we really never had supervision anyway because my mom was always at work, my granny was always at work, and I was homeschooled. So it was always, we was always fucking just a bunch of kids with no supervision. You feel me? Nobody had dads. You feel me? Everybody was like, so. Other than the homie that had
the one, you
just
told
the
me,
only
man.
nigga in the set with a daddy.
He didn't have a mom though.
Yeah. So
when do you guys go back? Because I'm sure that happened, right?
I never really went back.
Okay.
I did, only to get my hair cut, and that story is like super vital to what we talking about right now. So, boom, he got the shit set up with Snoop, like probably like it's a week out. So throughout this whole week, that's all he's saying, man. It's boring. And that nigga ended up going back to the city, came back to the set, and ended up going to jail. For a murder.
And he's still there right now?
He just got out like 2 years ago.
Wow.
And this was in 2003.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn, so like,
that's crazy, right?
How did that play effect on you? Because
so now I'm like, damn, like I felt like, damn, we could have had a shot at, especially for him. I'm like, bro, you had a shot at, being maybe one of the biggest artists in LA. Who knows? Like, who knows what the fuck that could have did for him?
Wow.
Because he was super dope. And at the time, Snoop Dogg was Snoop Doggy Dogg. Like, that nigga was the nigga. I mean, he still is the nigga, but at the time, like, that nigga was Snoop Dogg for sure. So niggas was just like, damn, I was kind of disappointed. I was like, I should have never let that nigga leave. Cause I kept telling him, like, bro, chill. And he's like, man, I'm trying. I'm like, all right, fuck it, go, nigga. And that nigga left. And ended up going to jail for a murder.
Holy
attempted
shit.
Or something, I don't know. One of the two.
Holy shit. So you're kind of thinking like, all right, man, I'm believing in my homie. He's got potential. He can get us out type shit. Like we could ride this wave. Hey, bro, just chill out. Don't be on the hot boy shit. And then he just goes.
That night,
it actually happens.
As soon as he get to where he was going, like that night, I get the call like that nigga in jail.
Oh my God.
I'm like, damn, that's fucking sick.
So you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna start rapping now?
Nah, I ended up going to jail.
Oh God.
I ended up going to jail like probably like 3-4 months later.
Holy shit, dude.
But I was going to get my hair cut. And I ended up jumping in a car. And the fucking car was stolen, and I was on probation from the bank shit, so I ended up going to jail for a violation for being in a stolen car. But that shit sent me to the pen. So, and at the time, I had my son's mom. She was pregnant at the time with my son. So I bailed out, graduated, went to jail, got out of jail.
How old were you when you went back for the second time?
The second time I went back, I was 21.
21. So there was some time in between that first jail heist incident to when you go back for the haircut, or?
Nah, I went to jail when I was 18.
And you had a kid already?
Nah, he was born when I was in there.
Fuck.
Yeah, this one I went to fire camp.
Mm.
So this one I went to fire camp like probably 2000. No, that's when I was 18. So 2 years in there, fire camp.
And it wasn't like YA shit when you're.
Nah, it was prison.
It was some real like grown man shit.
Yeah, it's prison, but it's just a fire camp.
Mm.
So we was like certified, trained firefighters.
Yeah.
But we
really fighting, fighting fires.
Nah, for sure. So I got all type of certifications for that shit and all that. But
how'd you get involved in that program? Is it like a
cause you get your time cut. I think we did push for fire camp. Yeah, we did. My lawyer did push for fire camp. Cause you get sent to a certain prison before fire camp, which is Jamestown. They send you to Jamestown. Now you got they train you there. Like you got to go through like PFT is physical fitness training. They put you through all that shit. You gotta walk 9 miles in like 8 minutes. Like, motherfuckers be thinking I be bullshit when I'm like, bro, I really run a mile in a minute. Like,
That's no.
that's what I'm saying, bro. I've been through the trials and tribulations of this shit. Like, I really run a mile in a minute.
You ever had any close calls with the fire? With the firefighting?
Hell yeah. I got hit with like tons. Like on a like the water drops, the retardant drops.
You want another water? You good?
Oh, I got one.
All right, cool. So, like that's some real shit though, right? Like
I got hit with a fire drop before, like on the side of a mountain. I was hanging on by like the root of a fucking bush, hanging off the side of a mountain type shit.
everything really is scandalous with you, man.
Oh, yeah.
You live your brand. Holy shit. So when does the music come into play?
That's funny, right? This whole time throughout all of this shit, I've been rapping, but I never really was like, I'm finna rap. So, all right, let me fast forward. So now I'm back. I'm out of jail. It's probably 2012, 13, 14. Now I'm rapping. So, all right, nah, I gotta rewind a little bit. 2006, 2007, the homies rapping. So, we were recording at the house in a fucking bathroom. The homies going there. One of the homie Double O, this nigga nice. It's crazy because this nigga got a super heavy stuttering problem, but this nigga rap and it's like ice. You feel me? It's like the smoothest flow ever. And then he get off and you can't understand shit he's trying to say. But he was super nice. So I jumped on they like, bro, get on the song. I'm like, bro, I don't even rap, but fuck it. So I get on the shit and they like, bro, what are you talking about? You don't rap. Like, you should rap, nigga. If you don't rap, nigga, you should rap. So I'm like, nah, I'm straight. Fast forward, I go to jail. Like after that. And so now I'm like, all right, fuck it. I had like 3 songs out. They weren't like out, but like circulating through the hood. You feel me? Circulating through the set, like a little bit of like a couple other sets was playing that shit. They like, nigga, this nigga tight. So I go to jail. Now that's all that's on my mind now.
For the second or third time?
This the second time.
Okay.
This the last time. So I go to jail. Boom. Now I know, like, all right, fuck it. This what I'm gonna do. Like, that's when I knew, like.
Because when you get violated, that's not another strike, is it? Or,
nah, what I went to jail for, I did get.
So you
strike.
got 2.
The second time I went to jail, I did get a strike.
So shit's getting real when you got 2
now
on you.
At this point I got 2 strikes.
Okay.
So I'm like, this was the point where I was like, remember we were saying earlier, like, I didn't really have no ambitions on being anything other than what I was doing, because I was dope at what I was doing, even though it was bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I go to jail.
And you got a kid too. Now it's like, all right, life is here.
This shit for real now. So I go to jail. Now I'm like, damn. All right, fuck it. Let me just give a shot at this rap shit. Even though I'm in here, like, I'm gonna put all my energy into that. So I'm reading every book I come across, and in between reading those books, every word I came across that I didn't know, I write down. So, and then I do that for like maybe 2 chapters, and then I go to these words I don't know and define every word. And now in the middle of defining these words, I'm coming across words I don't know. So now I gotta define this. Now I got a whole nother list of words that I don't know that I need to know in order to know this word.
To define this word, okay, yeah. So
I did that shit for 5 years.
Wow. And you think it
and
helped you?
writing. So yeah, so that's going back to what I was saying about that whole. I read every book, and I pictured every. Like, I've seen what I was reading. You feel me? Because that shit was like a movie for me.
And were you doing this while you were incarcerated?
Yeah.
Okay, so you went down for 5 years?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. So yeah, I did that. 5 years. Boom. I'm writing. At this point, I'm raw as fuck. Feel me? Like, niggas know, like, oh yeah, that nigga finna get out and go do it. But the niggas that know me, like, they didn't believe that shit. Feel me? So when I came home, I told niggas, like, yeah, I'm finna rap. They like, bro, how you finna rap? You don't even talk. Feel me? You barely talk to niggas. Like, how you gonna rap? How you gonna be a rapper, nigga? Feel me? I'm like, shit, nah, we finna figure it out. And I dropped this song called Red Zone. Like, that was my first shit I dropped, posted on YouTube. And one of the homies had a fucking MacBook, and we recorded that shit off the MacBook. And posted that shit, niggas was like, alright. I made niggas believers. Like, with that I could rap, you feel me? Like, the video is trash as fuck. Feel me? Video is bullshit as fuck, but just like that right there, that was like, oh yeah, this nigga raw. So now I'm rapping. I drop a few songs, couple songs, but you know, this like early in me rapping. Like, that shit wasn't going nowhere. That shit wasn't doing nothing. That shit didn't have no traction at all, other than street niggas. You feel me? Like, the other side was watching that shit. You feel me? That shit was kicking shit up, you know, just based on like nigga was on gangbanging shit. You feel me? Like, that's why I switched that whole, I had to switch all that off. Like, nah, I don't even want that type of, you know, I don't want that type of vibe. I don't want that type of energy, you know, because that shit was kicking a lot of shit up. And like I said, like, I ain't have no room to be playing around with no courts.
Yeah, there's no room for error.
Yeah, I can't fuck up no more. Like, so this shit gotta work. So I stopped doing that shit. But then it got to the point where I'm like, nigga, I still need some chili though.
Yeah.
So I kind of fell back into you know, getting the chili. So everything going good, we busting. It's lit. Nigga was up. I stopped giving a fuck about the music. So I got to a point where I'm like, damn, I ain't been in the studio in mad long. Fuck it, I'm gonna go to the studio. So the night I picked to go to the studio, my fucking house got raided.
Wow. And you weren't there?
I wasn't there. But they came looking for some whole, they wasn't even looking for me.
But even that, just being there.
Nah, they had followed, some niggas had did some shit and they followed them to the house. And then they came back like middle of the night, like 4 or 5 in the morning. And you know, so they just raided the house, but me having that strike, like, it's no telling what could have happened.
For sure.
You feel me? Ain't no telling what could have happened or later. You know, I don't know. So
holy shit.
Yeah, if I wasn't in the studio, I probably would have went down. Or
and it was just like a feeling you got. It was
I just went to the studio.
Reason. Yeah,
I'm
it
like,
was just like
I'm just I ain't been to the studio
higher
in a minute.
Power shit. You believe in that shit?
Yeah, like I used to look at shit as coincidences and all that type of shit until that shit started happening like a little bit too much, and I just got to the point where it was just like, nigga, this is how it's supposed to be. Like this how it's supposed to go. Like, it's not a coincidence no more. You feel me? This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And this, yeah.
So when you started rapping, you come out of this 5-year stint. You're reading all these books. You know, did you see yourself as an artist initially?
No.
Like, do you feel like that? Like,
no, I didn't see myself as. Well, I did, because did I see this right now? No.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like a street, like, especially when it comes to the street rap, there's rappers where they rap, but then there's rappers where it's like, I'm an artist, and I feel like, finding that in yourself, or just appreciating the art form of rap, it you know, I feel like I could hear that in your raps, where it's like, okay, like, even if you're talking some street shit, it's like it's done very artful.
I paint a picture.
Yeah.
Like, nah, that's.
And I think that's just like super, like, that's just a critical moment in someone's creative process of just like, okay, like, I appreciate the art form of this shit. And I'm not trying to make a diss song. I'm trying to make some art.
Nah, yeah. If I could make you hear what I see, like that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to make you hear what I see.
Yeah.
And see what I hear. Or you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so if I could paint a picture verbally and you could hear that shit and see it, if you could see what I'm saying, then that's what I like.
You did your job.
Yeah. Boom.
Wow. So the house gets raided. You're just
House
in the
get
studio.
raided. I'm in the studio. I get the call. I'm like, damn. And I was like, all right, I get it. And then that was it.
And then where does like Q come into this whole?
I was just finna say that. That was like 2015. And then at that point, I'm like, all right, fuck it. Let's do this rap shit. And I just got a little more serious into it. Kept pushing. And then that nigga Q was like, all right.
Like he's seen you were taking it serious?
Nah, he had seen it way, like years before that. But I wasn't really, I really wasn't even on it like that. But obviously, cause like we all in the same land, so he heard like, oh, this nigga T-Rell rapping now, all right, for sure. But this was around the time like oxymoron and shit like that. I wasn't like, oh, like Q, what's up? Let's do the record. Feel me? Like I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing in rap. You feel me? I was just rapping with the homies.
But you always had known him, obviously, growing up and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like popping at the time.
Well, yeah, oxymoron.
So yeah, he's definitely popping.
The break the bank video was at Smack House. So I was there, and niggas, he was like, man, I heard you been rapping, like just keep going. That's all he said. We chopped it up a little bit. Other than that, he was like, nigga, just keep going.
And you did.
Yeah. But in between him saying that and the house getting raided, that's like,
all right, I'm all in on this rap shit now.
So after the house getting raided, now I'm like, all right, for sure. And I kept pushing. Now like maybe like a year later, like we was at a video shoot, him and ASAP Ferg, and that nigga was like, hey, come to the house, and then that's when we did Tookie Knows.
And what's the conversation like with you and Q when he gives you an opportunity to go on tour with him?
Well, I don't even think that was nowhere in his plan initially, because Vince Staples was on Tookie Knows.
Yeah, that I heard you.
Yeah,
because basically Schoolboy Q let you guys.
He was
lay
like,
a verse down.
Yeah, he like, yo, like he played the Vince Staples verse, and that shit was dope as fuck. And he like, yeah, if y'all shit tight, I'll put y'all shit on this and cut his shit off. So I was like, damn.
So you went into writing the rap knowing knowing that, or
I didn't write it. Like a nigga was like too on edge. I was super on edge to sit there and write some shit on the spot with this nigga. I'm like, yeah, nah, I can't do it.
Because is it kind of intimidating?
Hell yeah. I'm like, damn. Like, what the fuck am I gonna say? What do I say? Like, how do I just, like?
And he's in there watching you type shit, and you're like
in there chilling. Like, I'm just like, damn, what the fuck am I gonna say? So I just went in there like, all right, I'm ready. I just went in there and freestyled that shit.
Wow. And that was that your first session with him, or?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like that. I'm destined for this shit, because people say that song is pretty legendary. You know what I'm saying? And that verse.
Hell yeah, that shit was the anchor of the album.
Yeah.
That verse was the anchor of the album.
Grammy nominated.
Shout out my nigga Groovy Q. For sure, nigga changed the nigga life.
And so every time you see Vince, you're just like, hey bro, you gotta come harder next time, or what?
Nah. I fuck with Vince.
Nah, I did too.
But I never really, I only heard that song like twice. I only heard that verse twice. Feel me? But when I heard it, I was like, I wasn't even trying to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, I gotta nail this shit. Feel me? And then after that, I'm like, yeah. After that, then that's now I'm really invested in that at that point, cause it's like I can't just stop now. Cause then I'll just be the nigga that was on Tookie Knows.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it's like, oh shit, what happened with TF? Like, oh, that nigga fell off Tookie Knows. You feel me? So at that point now it's like, all right, now this is what I'm doing. Like I'm fully invested. Like even if I gotta go broke doing this shit, I'm 100% invested in this craft, into the art. You know, so from there I just kept pushing. And then, you know, now everything's scandalous.
So could you say like from that verse, it helped you get on the tour, or helped, or
well, no,
like,
no,
that, like how did he approach
that whole after he heard the song, then it was like, all right, for sure.
Like you
yeah, it was
you earned your stripes for
yeah,
that.
yeah, it was a no-brainer to even involve, like they had that involved in the whole rollout. You know what I'm saying? So now like we gotta go on tour. You know what I'm saying? Cause like this song is a part of the rollout. So nigga, y'all get ready.
So yeah, like what was that convo like? Where was it like some crazy shit? I mean, or were you just like, what the fuck is actually going on? Did it hit you? Like,
nah, he had hit me. He had hit me and was like, you know, well, we had all talked about it. You know, me, him, Traffic, you know, a few of the other homies. He like, you know, like, nigga, go get y'all shit, passports, all that shit. Nigga, we going on the road. You know, but this was all, like, we was in the, like, we did a whole rollout for that shit. So, like, we kind of figured we was going on the road, but, you know, it wasn't nothing really locked in until he was like, all right, go get y'all shit ready.
And so, were you doing live performances?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Before going on tour?
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. So you weren't just thrown to the wolves type of thing?
I was thrown to the wolves. My first performance, I opened up for fucking De La Soul.
Okay.
And this was prior to all this. This was like before the fucking house got hit, all that shit. So I'd already had maybe like 9 shows under my belt. Mm-hmm. Like I was selling tickets. I done did all the shit. Like I done really took every step in this shit to be where I'm at right now. I done seen every shit. You feel me? I done sold tickets. I done did all this. Like I done opened up for all type of motherfuckers. But that first show, my first show was opening up for De La Soul. Shout out my boy Ghetto Zoo. We had a song. And he was like, bro, like I got this gig for us if you want to fuck with it. I'm like, all right, fuck it. We was at the fucking observatory on the big stage. I'm like, this like 2013. I'm like a year fresh out. I'm like, damn, all right, fuck it, let's do it. So, and I'm on stage, I'm rapping, and I look in the crowd, and this bad little bitch knew every word.
Wow.
I'm just like, what the fuck? So now I end up I'm like eye to eye, and we rapping together, and shit fucked me up. I fucked up.
You got lost in her eyes?
I missed like 6 words. I mean like 6 bars. And I'm just like, oh, fucking, like I never performed with words. So like it's just.
Oh, you actually spit your shit? You don't have a backtrack?
Nah.
Hip hop.
Yeah, 100%. But nigga, now it's just nothing going on. So I'm just up there and I'm just like, I'm still looking at the bitch too.
You put the mic to her.
I'm like, oh fuck. So I spin off, I bounce back, but I only had like 2 bars left on the track. So I was like, fuck. So from that moment on, up until hitting the road with Q, like I used to just black out the whole crowd. Like, so I'll just be up there. I don't see nobody in the crowd.
I was like, would it be nerve wracking?
After that, I'm like, I can't never do that again. I can never do that again.
Yeah.
So from that point on, then once I hit the stage with that nigga, which was the first show we did was like a dub show out here at the convention center. That shit was lit. That shit was crazy. But yeah,
because I feel like rappers, they don't think about like, okay, I'm a rapper, but I'm also I'm a performer. You know, so it's like having that ability to perform your raps on stage and kind of make it captivating and interesting is like, it's a true talent, and it takes practice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, if I'm on tour with Q, are you soaking up game from him? Like, are you taking notes? Like, how you running it?
So Dave Free pulled me to the side after like our first week on the road. It was like, you rapping, like, he's like, if you keep rapping like this, like, you gonna fuck up your vocals. Cause I was damn near yelling, screaming, like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. He was like, you gotta rap from, you know, like your stomach. And that shit changed how I record now.
Wow.
I record like that now.
Yeah, because I was listening to some of
if
your
you listen
old
to
stuff,
all my old music,
it sounds a little different.
Like, I sound like a fucking twerp. You feel me? Like, I sound like a puny human. But yeah, so now, like, just off that, him telling me that, like, 'cause we was on the road for like maybe 6 months.
Holy shit.
It's a long time.
You're performing every night.
Yeah, but I was only doing a verse. But I was just thinking about it like, damn, this nigga Q performing for a whole hour. Like, cause that's what the conversation was. He was like, bro, you wouldn't be able to perform for an hour rapping like how you perform. Like, you'd be shot.
And Dave Free was the one who came and told you that. And he's the one who directs all the videos with the little homies.
Yeah.
Wow, legendary.
Yeah, so that's super. So I took that and ran with it. So by the time I got off tour, like, that's the only way I knew how to rap at that point, performing wise. So I came back now recording. Now I record how I perform. So I'm like,
it's coming complete. Like, you're
you're
morphing into.
Mm-hmm. So boom, and then right after that, I ended up hitting the road again.
And it's been history ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I'm curious. Like, where does this East Coast connection come from?
Tour.
Yep. Do you feel like it's your sound though too?
Well, yeah, hell yeah. My first album I dropped was No Hooks, and that's all rap.
Yeah, because I feel like you have a very West Coast sound, but you could tell it gives like a East Coast boom bap-ish type vibe, you know, where it's like real hip hop heads type shit.
Yeah, I never really, like, coming into this shit, I never really like I grew up listening to a lot of music. Feel me? Like super big Wu-Tang fan, all that type of shit. So I'm pretty sure that shit shows. Like, you can hear that, obviously you can hear that shit in the music, but like, I didn't start doing this shit to target the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? I was just making music. I was just like if you listen to all my music, none of that shit sounds the same. But I do got a lane that's mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know, that shit just kind of happened. But when I went to New York, and I just built a bunch of relationships out there, and I just, you know, just stayed tapped in with them niggas. So
yeah, because
and then me making that type of music, or being able to really be in that lane, it just worked out.
Yeah, because I mean, it's one thing to like network with people. It's a different thing when you're networking and they are genuine. They actually are fucking with the sound and the whole movement. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's one thing that's special with you. It's like you bridging that gap from West Coast to East Coast is like, you don't really see a lot of artists doing that.
Nah, bro. I've been, like, in the past 2 months, I've been in New York 3 times.
Yeah, and they've embraced you. I feel like they rock with you.
Nah, for sure. Like out here, I'm the nigga. You feel me? But in New York, I'm a star.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, like how do you first get tapped in with the Alchemist?
I met Alchemist first at a Q session.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's legendary in itself, like having some projects with Alchemist.
Yeah, we actually got some shit coming.
On the new project?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
A whole album.
On a whole new album?
No, me and him.
Like a collab album?
Yeah.
Wow. That's fire.
Yeah. My next 4 projects is crazy.
You about to go on a crazy run?
Yeah.
Cause one of my favorite, I love that Currency Alchemist project. I think it's called Covert Coup. It had like BBS flow on it and shit like that. Like that's how I was first introduced to the Alchemist, and I was just like, wow, this shit is.
Yeah. I was listening to Alchemist as a kid though. Like First Infantry was my first like I mean outside of all the Mobb Deep shit, but First Infantry was like, I was like, this nigga's tight.
No, that's hard. So
yeah, working with him now is just like, you know, like not even working with him, like, you know, like I get a text from him here and there, like, bro, keep killing it, you tight, you dope as fuck, you one of the niggas right now. Like getting a text from him, like that shit is crazy. Like a text like that, you know, it's just like, all right, now I gotta step it up.
Yeah, because you've been rapping for a long time.
Yeah.
How, I mean, I look back probably like 7-10 years ago type like videos being posted and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think it's really inspiring to hear your story and to see where you're at, and the fact that you didn't give up. You know, it sounds corny, but it's just like,
nah, it sounds super cliche, but like I've been through everything with this shit. Like even switching my whole, like the imagery of my visuals was a whole different. I had to cut, like, I don't want to say I had to cut a lot of people. They eventually weeded themselves out because it got to the point where the videos, I was like, yeah, don't throw up no gang signs. You know, and motherfuckers was just so lit. Like now they don't even know what to do. Like, if you're not throwing up no gang signs, they like, well, what you want me to do then? So they just start weeding themselves out. It's like, that nigga, he on some Hollywood shit. He don't even want niggas throwing shit up in this shit. You feel me? But I stopped doing that shit because they used my videos in one of my little brother case. They used his videos. They used my video and they brung that shit up in court. You feel me? And the lawyer was like, it had nothing to do with nothing. Mm-hmm. They just brung it. So that just let me know, like, oh shit,
they're gonna move a little different.
Yeah, I'm on their radar right now for whatever reason. I was rapping. I wasn't even doing no bullshit. But that again, like, if that's the only shit going on in that area, it's like, all right, well, we know where they gonna be at. If they with him, they're gonna be there. So I kind of like had to like shut all that shit down. Like, yeah, nah, I don't even want certain niggas coming to none of this shit. If y'all not trying to, you know, if niggas ain't trying to follow these guidelines, then nigga, I'll do this shit alone.
Yeah. So when did you find a love for music videos or just videography or filmmaking?
I'm like a super movie buff.
Like, cause that's one thing too that. You're different in the sense where I've never met a rapper who purchases the necessary tools to make the video and actually makes the video pretty much himself in that sense, where it's like, damn, like the example I'm talking about is you bought a FPV drone. Yeah. And I was just so amazed at the fact that it's like you actually bought it instead of, you know, typically people will just hire a FPV dude to come film for their video or whatever. Like the fact that you bought one and were just like, nah, I'm gonna learn how to do this. Cause like
always, it's always hard trying to get you to see what I see, and I can't film myself, so that's the only thing I can't do. It's like, damn, like if I could just, tripods and shit, yeah, but. Or I probably could just set up a bunch of shit and just take shots from each angle, but I ain't finna do all that shit. But I get what you're saying. So Yeah, with the drones, I could get the exact shot I want.
Yeah, because that's the hard part about filmmaking, right? Is like having something up here and not only bringing it, like having it come to life, but being able to describe what I see. Mm-hmm. Like that's what a director does. Like mm-hmm. that's the hard part of this shit.
Yeah.
I kind of like compare it to like tattoos sometimes, where it's like you always got an idea for a tattoo, but when you come sit down with that tattoo artist,
can you bring it to life?
Yeah, and it's never really 100% how you envisioned it, because it's kind of their interpretation of your art, your idea or art. You know?
Yeah, that's why you got to find the artist and lock in with that one artist
and create. Yeah,
because it's like, all right, well, this what I got. Like, make this come to life, and then once they do that, it's like, okay, for sure.
So you haven't crashed the FPV recently or what? Because that shit is hard as fuck, and it makes me nauseous.
No, I'm super dope with the FPV now.
All right, man. So you have your own drone credits on your own music video?
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah. This new, I got the Hidden Stages with Ab-Soul. I did all the drone shots in that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So can we talk about the new project?
Ooh.
Get real radio like on them right now, like
Feeling the Power. Friday the 13th. It's probably gonna be out right now. It's out now. Go tap in. Big features on there. Big production on there.
Long time in the making?
Nah, I did this shit in like 3 months.
Hard.
I did it this year.
And you told T-Rell he can't get on?
Nah. We me and him, we actually got a song. We did it.
Nah, I wouldn't.
We got like 3 songs. We got like 3 songs together. Only one of them came out though, but
yeah, I'd keep the rest in the vault.
But yeah,
shout out to T-Rell though.
What was I saying?
New project dropping.
Oh, so yeah, so you know, usually like most of my shit I only work with single producers. And you know, we curated our, you know, together. Like this one is just, I curated this whole shit. So it's like different tiers of the album. You know, come in and then you gotta hear it.
You played some of it for me, and I've been like trying to listen to it, and I thought it dropped last Friday, but it was just a Lucy that you dropped, or
what did I drop last Friday?
I feel like it was just a video or something where I was like, I thought it was the whole project. I don't know, but I remember playing it. You were playing it in the car, and I was just like, damn, this shit.
Yeah, so
this shit's hard.
So with this, like this project's super super dope to me, because as soon as I recorded the intro, I mean, I didn't even know it was the intro at the time. Well, as soon as I finished recording the first song, which is the intro, like I knew like this was gonna be a special project for me. Like I sent it to my boy Doe, and I was like, bro, this the album. Like this gonna be the one. That's gonna
take me to the next level.
Yeah.
And so
I'm like, this gonna be the one, man. He like, all right, send it to me. And I sent him just the one song. He like send me the rest of this shit. I'm like, I only got one song. He like, what the fuck are you talking about? This gonna be the album then. I'm like, bro, if this is like, cause at the time I was still like, I was 2 months into kicking the bottle. You know what I'm saying? Like December 29th was my last drink. So I started recording in like March. Like I was just at a dead zone to where I'm like, damn, I'm dealing with trying to stay sober. You feel me? I'm dealing with, you know, being new to the podcast world. You know, we streaming live, but you know, the normal shit streaming live was to be shaded. You feel me? We in there, we taking shots, we lit, you know, it's a party. So, you know, still being in that environment and trying not to drink, you know, I'm dealing with that shit. And, you know, just still trying to figure it out. You know, still trying to stay consistent with my other projects I had going on, the Scandalous Summers, the Scandalous Levels. You know, like, and it's just like, damn, like, I got kind of stuck in creating my own shit. I mean, not stuck, but I was just at a standstill. It's like, damn,
like creatively.
Like, yeah, you feel me? Like, the fuck am I gonna do? You know, like, how am I gonna get past this? Like what's next? You feel me? What am I even trying to do with just being sober? Like, what's the? I had no reasoning for it. I just was like
on some health tip.
Yeah, not even on no healthy shit. It was just like, I just felt like I had a lot of shit upcoming, and I had a lot of shit on the table to where I could, you know, like I was just in a solid position to move forward with what I'm doing. And I felt like I hit a ceiling with the liquor.
Yeah, I was like, you gotta cut off bad habits sometimes if you really want to take it to the next level of being like a professional in this shit.
Yeah, so like once I cut that shit, and once I was able to, you know, like get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because I was still having to go to these events. I still got to pop out. I still got to do all this shit as, you know, as an artist, as a, you know, like I'm still building my brand, even though like it's ETS is embedded in this shit right now, but I'm still building this shit. You feel me? Like it's a whole world that don't know me. So just trying to figure that shit out, and then boom, I came in and fucking laid that record down. I'm like, all right.
Sober?
Yeah. I recorded this whole album sober.
Really? Because did I hear that you tried on a previous one?
Yeah, I tried Scandalous Summers,
and
80s baby. I was trying to not drink. I was like maybe 2 months in, but I had, with that, it was way different. It was way, way, way different. Like my whole mindset was like, and that was only like a few months prior to that last drink, but I was already had like I already had my mind made up to. I was trying to stop drinking, but I just couldn't do it at that time. You feel me? So
now you feel like you've gone over the hill, or is it sometimes you still kind of?
Nah, we going up the hill.
Up the hill.
We going up the hill. You feel me? So it's only up from here, but yeah, I'm fucking
sober.
10 months sober.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, thank you.
That's sick.
So yeah, doing this whole, you know, like I was saying, like
it's a different level of confidence when you.
Nah, for real, because I was still having to go to these events, and I'm there, and motherfuckers is still shaded, and like I'm seeing shit different now. It's like, damn. And I'm like,
I was like that, right?
Yeah,
I've definitely been there.
And I'm like, damn, how the fuck do I stay engaged? You know, and because a lot of times motherfuckers drink to be social. So to be on edge and still have to be social and still, you know, conduct yourself and not seem, you know, like,
you gotta really believe in yourself.
Yeah,
like,
you don't want to seem
do this.
like, cause it's like, oh, you ain't drinking, oh, okay, all right, whatever. You feel me? It's like, you know, I didn't want to be. Well, it was just different.
And there's like a stigma when you tell people you don't drink. They're like, oh, you got a problem, or like you're on some,
for sure,
some other shit.
But everybody that's always known me, they know like I be lit. So it's kind of more shocking to me not drinking, to where it's like they like, oh, all right, you know. But yeah, just dealing with that shit and getting past that shit and getting to that first record. After I recorded that first record, it was over with.
Sober.
Yeah, it was over with.
Wow.
It was over with. I'm knocking. You know, and then just building around that one record. You know, but
and this is the intro song that's on the album?
Yeah.
And what's it called?
I Could Feel It.
I Could Feel It.
So off that song, I knew like this was gonna be a special album. So.
And so
are dope.
Oh my bad. What did you say?
It's dope. You know, to accomplish that, like first album sober, first year sober, like within this past 10 months, like I've accomplished so much shit like that I that probably wouldn't have happened if I would have still been in that same lane.
That's inspiring.
Yeah. So
that's sick as fuck. And are you an independent artist, or how does that work? Like, are you who?
Yeah, I'm an independent artist right now. You feel me?
Do you have any people like trying to talk to you, trying to sign you, or?
No, I just signed a deal with Equity, Roc Nation. You feel me? Distribution.
Fire.
So, but that okay. So going into this meeting, you know, obviously they know what I do. They know who I am. So I go in there and you know, it was just a conversation. It wasn't nothing on the table. It wasn't nothing locked in. And they asked, like, you know, what I was planning on doing, what I had lined up for the year. So I played that album, played 2 songs off the album. I ended up playing the whole album. And they was like, yeah, we with whatever you want to do. However much you need, whatever it is. After hearing that album, they was like, yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Wow. And so you have a distro deal with them. That's kind of like how artists do with like kind of like Empire and shit out here,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like I've never really heard artists doing that with the Roc Nation, but maybe I'm just not tapped in. I'm sure they're giving distribution deals out like that. Or maybe not.
Yeah. I don't know.
Cause it seems less. It just seems more beneficial for the artist to get the distro deal, especially when you got your feet established in the game and you got this motion going on. Like, kind of makes sense, you know? Because if like, would you sign?
That's I don't know.
It's kind of weird in this day and age, right?
Maybe not. Depending on. It'll have to be some crazy factors in that shit, but probably not right now. We try this shit out real quick. You feel me? See what this shit do. But this you know, this is gonna be the run right here. You feel me? This is gonna be the run to determine what's happening.
That's fire, man.
Yeah, but right now, yeah, we all in right now.
Signed to the Roc, not yet,
yeah.
maybe,
so,
but
yeah, so
you know?
shout out to Equity. You feel me? Shout out to Roc Nation. You know, so yeah, we had a good space right now.
That's fire. Who was the first person to say Daleon the way you say it?
What you mean?
Like the way you say, like everyone's be like Daleon. Like, where did that come from?
We grew up saying that shit.
Okay.
So we grew up Halldale. Halldale is the street, right? So we used to say Hall, Daleon. You feel me? And then we just cut the Hall off and started saying Daleon.
Cause I just think that's like, in terms of branding.
But so this how the whole Daleon happened. So we've been saying it forever, saying it for years. But it was only for like when we was out running the streets, niggas see a nigga from far away, be like Daleon. You feel me? So now it's like, oh, they go the homies. Okay. So everybody ended up going to jail. Niggas got older. Niggas wasn't walking the streets no more to see niggas down the street to say that shit. So kind of got like lost in the archives. So when I hit the road and I said that shit on the stage, like Daleon, we probably like 3 weeks in at this point. So now this Snapchat was cracking, all that shit. I ain't really been on Snapchat since then. Yeah, Snapchat got me in some cold shit.
Oh, I heard. I've heard the stories,
yeah,
man.
Snapchat got me in some cold shit, man. So
got your IG page deleted. 20,000 followers before going on tour.
This was like the first week of tour. My shit got deleted, and these are the fans that was there from me selling tickets. You know, all that whole
diehards.
Yeah, like the legit day one fans. Now they just got cut off, and then boom, now.
Damn, she had to log into the Snap though.
I don't know how that happened, but
that's crazy.
She logged in and seen the 2 bitches kissing and all that. Was like, oh man, what is this? I'm like,
Daleon.
I'm like, that wasn't even me. You feel me? But
then she deleted your shit.
Deleted everything.
Oh my god, that's.
So yeah, this when Snapchat was cracking. you know, I'm running around Daleon, you know, but like by the third weekend, maybe like the month in, like they was saying that shit, like, cause Tookie Knows, like that song was like you got to see that shit live. That shit is crazy. Like that shit is super crazy. So saying that shit, Daleon, then all the people say that shit, and then by the end of the tour, now that's like it's a staple now.
It's
now it's more like a slogan, really.
Yeah, like it's your tagline in a sense where it's like you just see him. It's kind of crazy how you kind of created this greeting off this word.
Yeah.
That
so now it's like I mean to the world, but it's always been like this. So like I could end a phone call. All right, my nigga, I see you later, Daleon.
Like today, you said top of the Daleon.
Top of the Daleon. You feel me? Top of the Daleon. Like, you know, that's good morning. Top of the Daleon. Nigga say thank you. All right, my nigga. Like, good looking, Daleon. You feel me?
So the meaning has branched off. It's
always been like that, like with us.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's not foreign to you. Because like you know the word Daleon, so now I could throw that out there any type of way, and you like, oh, all right, Daleon.
That's just his shit, yeah.
So,
all right, man. Before we wrap up, how do you feel about the current like live stream space and the homies getting into that, and being a member on the Apollo?
The live stream space is super dope, man. I like what the homies is doing. You feel me? It's definitely opened up a lot of doors for. Motherfuckers to get in this space, like, like look at Keem, you feel me? Keem, like super, super, super dope at this shit. You feel me? I feel like Keem could really do some shit. He could really fuck some shit up in this shit. You feel me? Keem is super dope. MacWop had always been in this world, like way back then. He was blogging and doing this shit, and even the podcast. He had his podcast going for years now. You feel me? But with what T-Rell made happen with the Back on Fig shit, he brought Smack to life. Smack always been a crazy personality. I always seen him as being like, I used to tell him all the time, like, bro, you need to be on TV. You need to be doing the same shit MacWop doing, like, or have somebody film you, or like you need to be somewhere on somebody's screen.
I fucking love
Smack. Feel me? I've been telling him that for years. So when Back on Fig hit for him, like I was super proud of him, super excited for him. You feel me? So yeah, shout out to Real, man, for really kicking it off, really to have it to where it's like, he really like solidified the roots in this shit with the squad. You know what I'm saying? Cause he really just brung everything together.
Yeah, and that's what I appreciate about you guys, and that's what I think about it. It's so cool. It's like you guys all have been putting in work on your own shit for years now.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, okay, everything is kind of coming together in a sense where it's like, okay, it's making sense now. Everything is paying off.
Yeah.
Which is like really rewarding to see as just, an outsider, just meeting you for the first day you came into the office to now, to, hearing your music, being exposed to everyone in this world.
Yeah.
And to have people follow it, I think is dope.
No, I think it's super dope. I think it's super dope. Shout outs to the people. You feel me? Shout out to the people, because like a lot of people they getting introduced to me through this. You feel me? Through Back on Fig. Like when we first started doing the Apollo, and we'll talk about music, and MacWop would reference my music, and motherfuckers would be like, that nigga rap? Like motherfuckers didn't even know I rapped. I mean, until as time went on, they like, oh shit, like this nigga kind of tight. You feel me? So now it's just it's like a whole nother fan base, within a fan base.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that's pretty shitty if you're like the rapper on the live stream but you don't have bars.
For sure.
The chat is gonna come for you if you don't have raps.
That's funny as fuck. But with the Apollo, it's crazy because it's dope, because we really like a.
You guys are homies. You guys are real homies, you know?
So, and then it's like, you know, Mac Dip, he do his thing. Keem do his thing, the dedicated thing. Mac do his, you know, his Mac Wop shit. Tiny got the congregation. I do my rap shit. And then it's just like, all right. And it's like, you know, like I've been on the move for like I ain't been streaming in like maybe a month and a half.
Yeah, because you were about in New York traveling and shit. Definitely.
Yeah, like a month and a half. But
definitely appreciate TF stories on the Apollo because you got some crazy ones, man.
Yeah. But yeah, like this, you know, the live stream space is super dope for us. It's super dope. If you looking to get into it, get into it. You feel me? Say fuck it, take the shot.
Man. Yeah, man. Shout out to the Apollo. Shout out to TF.
Yeah.
Anything you want to shout out before we wrap up?
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to y'all. You feel me?
Flies in the chat?
Flies in the chat, man. You feel me? Flies in the chat for sure. But yeah, man. Friday the 13th, Feeling the Power out right now. It's featuring Absol, featuring Schoolboy Q, motherfucking 211, Bell, Triz, Zakari. So yeah, it's lit.
Zakari's on it? I fuck with Zakari,
sure.
man. Shout out Bakersfield.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out the field.
All right, man. Well, I gotta go wrap this up because Shame on You's filming at 1 o'clock today, which makes no sense. But I gotta go run to set up that, man. Shout out to TF. Wrapping up this podcast. Like, comment, subscribe. Maybe another day in the life video coming soon.
Let's do it.
And a music video. I'm always press the music video.
Nah, yeah,
I need the music video.
Let's do it for sure. For sure. We could run that up. Yeah, just pick the song. Pick the song. I already got a couple ideas in what I'm trying to do. But yeah, I'm with it for sure.
Fuck yeah, man. Well, we're out.
Daleon.
Appreciate y'all.
Everything's scandalous.